Right, good evening everybody. Hope you're all well. Hope you can hear me. If someone can ping a 50-50, if the picture's okay and the audio's okay, etc. That'd be useful. Haunted Railway Jake, first one in. Alex Dent, good evening. Clydebridge Station, good evening. I'm just trying to read the messages. Do you know what? They've put this horrible love heart in the bottom corner of my chat that literally covers over half the chat when it's like the bottom line. It's very annoying actually. So Tim Maslin, good evening. Alan Price, good evening. Dave R, good evening. I hope you're all well. Nikki, hello. Clydebridge, you can remove it. Oh, tell me how. Please, tell me how. Because honestly, it's the most annoying thing going. You can switch the heart thing off in the settings. I bet I can't do it now. Oh, hang on. Yeah, got it. Fantastic. That's awesome. Thank you, guys. I've just figured it out. Thank you. Yeah, cheers. No, there's 3 dots in the top corner of the chat box that allow me to basically go up and do it. Yeah, you got it, Clydebridge. Thank you. No, I appreciate that. Flymo, good evening, mate. Hope you're well. Right, so basically you join me with not a lot happening at the moment. I did get the track cleaner out earlier and run that round. And consequently I found one of my point motor bars is a little bit high because I've got 2 nice little scratches in the rubber on the bottom of that now, actually. Did you get your 337s, John? Yes, I did. So we can have them out on the layout this evening if you like. We'll just get rid of 10,000 at the moment. Good shot when you can't see anything. Good evening, Keith. I'll try and say hello to people as they pop in. Bob, good evening. Thank you for joining us. Should get something on the thing there. Wow, 20 people in already. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate that. Something moving in the shed in the background there. So if we go to the junction cam. Really enjoying the Accurascale 37s more than the 66s. I think that's because they sound, because of the Sound Plus, because I've never seen them. My earliest memory of a 37 was, I'm trying to think of the road near Luton, but I can't remember it. It's now been replaced by a bus, like a bus sort of tramway kind of thing. The buses kind of drive along this concrete sort of track kind of thing. And yeah, I remember seeing a 37 when I was very little, for the first time when I was going along there, and I just thought, wow, yeah, that was a very long time ago actually. I dread to think how long ago that was. I feel like I look a little bit red this evening. I feel like I look a bit tired as well. But yeah, on the plus side of things, my lovely wife's been making cakes for me. Very nice. No doubt just trying to make me fat. Or fatter, should I say. Ah. Working too hard, John. Yeah, something like that. Don't tend to get to sleep till about sort of 11:30 at the moment, and for some reason I keep waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I have no idea what on earth's going on there. I wish it would stop though, because yeah, it gets a little bit on the troll side. Let's go down the loop and see where the 10,000 is. So the 10,000 has now had its sound file replaced with an ESU Class 40 sound project. Just having a kind of play about with it at the moment. Not really sure how long I'll keep it that way. I mean, I heard a Class 40 the other day start up for the first time, and wow, they don't call them whistlers for no reason. Wow, I mean, just immense, quite frankly. Johnny Ward, evening all. Nah, forgot that point's not quite live yet, so I probably should have backed that over a little bit quicker. You see there what is the start of the diesel sidings, so roughly where I am in this corner. So this track just here used to go off into another point, and it used to go into two roads. That's now been changed, so it only goes off into one single road now, and then this one just sort of over here. So hard to get your orientation with your hand. But this one's basically leading off here. That goes straight down to the new diesel depot. And as of last weekend, when I attended the... That's not gone well. What's happened there then? Loco goes one way. Okay, Loco goes one way, Tender goes the other. Alright, fine. How strange. Right, anyway, let's go back to the junction. I'm getting to the point now where I'm getting too many cameras, and then I'm also then ending up with more cameras, which is scary as well. So, yeah, things are progressing on the layout. I do need a couple of 47s actually. I was eyeing up one of the 47s in two-tone green. I didn't actually know this actually at the time. The 47 never actually had an all green end. So like the 31s and the 37s and all that sort of stuff, they had all green at one point, and then the 47s never actually ran in all green actually. So yeah, they always had small yellow ends. So yeah, I didn't actually know that. So that was quite an interesting thing to find out. I guess it was because it was a later machine. So yeah, I need a 47 ASAP. I'm sure Clydebridge can lend you one of his. I think he's beaten me in the number of 37. My number of 37s, to be honest. Accurascale need to release one. It's one of those things though where it's just like, do we really want lots of model railway companies like doing the same engines? I know that sounds daft, but yeah. There you go. Yellow ends were mandatory. Thank you very much, Johnny Ward. Yeah, didn't actually know that. So when I was literally hunting around for an all green 47 earlier in the week, I was like, yeah, it's quite strange. And yeah, did a bit of digging and research, etc. And there they were. So yeah. Oh, there's an interesting one as well. Actually, that's a very valid point. So as we can see, Little John JMC stood on the end of the platform. You can now actually go and buy me from Model U in the specials section under social media. Basically, I'll try and quickly dig out a link quickly if I can. But yeah, so all the YouTubers and everything, we all got updated on the. Try and find it. Seasonal and specials. Social media, very special. I know, super special. There's actually quite funny in the sense there's quite a few people are reappearing on there now. So Underground Eric's now on there as well. Chadwick, he's now appeared on there as well. It's like we've started a revolution here. Peachy 120's on there. Richard Watson, Jenny Kirk. Crikey, Dan's got a little selection of himself, basically. He's got himself in so many poses. Tunnel Lane, Dan. Dawn Quest, she's on there as well. The Laurie's Mechanical Marvels, they've all been done as well. Him and his mate. I can't remember the name of his mate, and I do apologise. That Model Railway guy, I don't think I've ever watched him, if I'm being honest. That sounds really bad, doesn't it? So, and Ollie from Wardle Restorations, or Wardle Road as I used to know him. But yeah, he's on there as well. There's quite a few on here now, actually. Lots of them are making an appearance, actually. But anyway, let's go back to what I was trying to do. Product number 0269. There we go. I'll actually post it in the chat. There you go. Johnny Ward, I'm amazed they haven't asked me for a scan yet. Well, we can do that. We can get you on a scan next time we see him. Excellent. There we go. So yes, you can go there and buy yourself a Little John JMC. As well as multiple others, that kind of thing. I must buy an Iron Horse, I think, as well, because he's been shouting my name the last week with my sound file that I redid for the Hawthorne Leslie. I've changed a few things since he's had that file. Just updated various things, changed horrible sounds that I didn't really like, but I had kind of generically kind of laying around, that sort of thing. So yeah, there's a couple of things I want to change there as well. Just actually realised that's a really rubbish angle for the camera, because you can literally see the horrible edge of my platform there. That's pretty appalling, actually. I will have to get that sorted, I think. I'm not a fan of that at all. Right, let's get a train. Let's get a train going around the layout. Semi sort of repaired this week. What was that? That was rather strange. Okay. Yeah, and the rest of the layout, to be honest. There's lots of scenic work to do around the whole thing, to be honest. So we've kind of got the layout going into evening mode at the moment. So throughout the time you'll notice it will change as it goes, that kind of thing. There's lots of things I need to do to this layout, but I just don't get time. Obviously, I'm spending my working day out here at the moment, so generally when I get to sort of the evening where I think to myself, oh yeah, I'll do this, I tend to just sort of go, nah, I just want to go in and sit down and chill out kind of thing, you know. So but we do have some news as well. So obviously last weekend I was at the Neem Valley, and I was at the GBRF weekend with Hornby Magazine. So I had a cracking weekend with the guys there. Good laugh. My legs were absolutely killing me. That's not an exaggeration. I got home about 9:30 on the Sunday as well. But I've basically been using Knapford TMD all weekend, basically, which is their nice diesel depot layout that they had there. So we kind of did the whole GBRF kind of takeover kind of thing. Lots of GBRF engines all over the place and all this sort of stuff. And that was really cool to do. But the annoying thing was it meant that I was sat in front of this really nice 4-road engine shed all weekend. And I kept sort of like piling locos into it kind of thing, just to see how many locos I could fit in there. And in some cases you ended up with, hang on, let me just think, about 12 locos in there. You could get some more in front of the actual sort of sidings, but you could just about sort of squeeze 12 locos in there with sort of one sort of half out the front of the shed and stuff. And that kind of got me thinking, because at the moment I'd been planning one of the single roads. Now don't get me wrong, I will find use for this, because obviously I've spent a long time putting lots of LEDs. I've got 44 LEDs or something, 43, 44 LEDs in my single road engine shed. And then the double road's got all lots of lights in the top and all this kind of stuff as well as the outside. And yeah, oh, that's that's really useful when you're trying to see where an engine is to stop it. Yeah, so needless to say, I ended up investing in one of the really nice engine shed kits that they do. Now, I will stick my hand up and be brutally honest with you, even though it makes me look absolutely stupid. So on the packet, it basically says use a wood glue, right? Use a wood glue. Don't use any Silolaclade, super glue, anything like that sort of thing. It will dry too quickly. It will dry too quickly, basically, and you won't be able to reposition the thing. But I thought to myself, oh well, I'll make sure they're all in the right place and all this kind of stuff anyway. So I'll cut to the Me camera for this, actually. So you get these kind of panels that you fit in place, and basically these sort of go in the main structure inside, that kind of thing, and then you basically get a kind of brick kind of piece that slots in the front, covers over, that kind of thing. So yeah, oh, it's not going to show up very well on the camera. That piece there. So the eagle-eyed amongst you might notice that that's not quite right here. So I was building it here, and unfortunately the thing's so big that basically when I had it sat like that, I had it ever so slightly over the edge. I kind of had it sat over the edge, and one side of this piece dropped down. And basically left me a gap. And of course, because I used super glue like a moron, I then tried to take it off and broke it quite spectacularly. So I've kind of had to go back grovelling a little bit. There you go, nice breakage. So I've kind of had to go grovelling a little bit and ask, could I have a new one of these panels and that new piece there. I've still got all the other pieces and everything. They're all in place and they all look great. But yeah, so basically follow the instructions is probably the best way to explain this one. I thought I knew better, and clearly I don't. So yeah, anything... yeah, anyway, there you go. Can't win them all, actually. So if he's in and watching tonight, Mr. Morton, Phil Morton, if you're watching, yep. Sorry. But no, the kit itself is really nice. All the windows and everything are all in there as well. You get all the glass to go in there, which is all like laser cut sheets and all this sort of stuff. I don't know what it is about the smell of laser cut wood as well. It's a really nice smell, I think, anyway. But saying that though, I did end up with very, very black fingers from the sort of burn, ash, dirt kind of stuff, that kind of thing. So yeah, as you say, Alan, you live and you learn. But never mind. Unfortunately, I don't have the extension piece yet, because at the time when I bought it, well, when they were at the show last weekend, they didn't have it with them. I think they've got them in stock again now, so I will go and check them out and get another one. But basically, I'll go and grab it, because it's a bit of a beast. Feels really stupid having to like literally lift this thing through. I haven't got anywhere to put it down, that's the other problem. But as you can see, basically 4-road engine shed. Looks very cool. Unfortunately that end is devoid of a wall, just at that end there. So I have been painting a little bit today. Try and just pop it down so I can lift the roof section off. There we go. And I've been painting white on the inside as well, because I'm going to do all the insides of the building there. And that window just there, that window just there, the second I saw that, I had ideas. Let's put it that way. I had lots of ideas. One of them being, let's put a webcam inside the shed. So one of my little cameras that I've got, when I can find one, they should be laying around here somewhere. I thought they were laying around here somewhere. Obviously not. Oh, there it is. So this is unfortunately a broken one that I've received. But yeah, so I'm waiting for a replacement to come through. But yeah, my little camera, I'm thinking that can go inside in that window up there, and then we'll be able to see inside the engine shed. So that will be very, very cool. I think. And of course, the gentleman that designed and made them for Key Publishing, or Key Model Shop, or something like that. He also has a nice 3D. So bear with me a second. He did me a nice 3D image looking inside. So bear with me a second. Let me just get this on the screen, and I can show you guys, because this is cool, by the way. This is really cool, by the way. So right. So basically, I'll cut over to my screen there. Right, so that is basically what the inside of the engine shed is going to look like from that top window. I said about leaving the window frame out just because it gives a bit of thing, but then he said about putting it in just because it gives you a kind of silhouette of the window and stuff. But obviously it won't be able to focus on so much stuff. But yeah, just because it's nice and high up as well. You'll be able to see the locos all poised in there and all that sort of stuff. Now, I did want to try and get that camera set up today and just sort of lay a couple of bits of track in there, but of course, as per usual, things get in the way, things happen, and you never get stuff done, but never mind. But yeah, that's kind of the latest development when it comes to the TMD area. I'm super excited about that, by the way. And of course the next problem is just making sure I've got enough room, I think is probably the way to explain it, because obviously originally I was only planning for a sort of 2-road and a single road sort of shed, so I could kind of scatter it about, but now I've kind of gone 4-road shed. It's a little bit on the large side, so bear with me a second. What I'll do is I'll quickly just... So I'll go to any rail. A second, and Westmoreland. Yeah. And basically you can see what I'm kind of aiming for there. So that's the two road shed just here. And that's basically the hard standing that was going to go round it. And then that's the single shed, and there was a slightly larger hard standing that went round that as well. But yeah, so basically when you get down the bottom here, you've now got this big 4-road shed kind of thing, which takes up a lot of space, as you can see. So yeah. Yeah. I've never got on with SCARM actually. I need to basically sit down and do it at some point, but I've always been using AnyRail for God knows how long, so yeah, it's basically just there to use basically. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, zoom out here, the layout's kind of planned on here. These are some points I have in stock, that kind of thing. But yeah, so down the bottom here, I've got this idea of doing like fueling points there as well. Not sure if I want to go single road or double road. Thinking I want to space it out a little bit better. There's lots of things I'm trying to do, lots of ideas I'm playing with. I'm just playing around with the track plan mainly at the moment. Obviously from this side of things, not a lot can really change. But yeah, that'd be pretty cool, I think. Oh, look at that, download updates. Yeah, so eventually everything will be on there. Probably what I'll end up having to do is I'll probably have to make 2 separate screens. So I'll end up with this sort of bit on one screen and then this bit on another screen, and etc. I'll just end up with like that MPD on one screen and then this MPD on another screen. Otherwise this is going to get a little bit... This sort of layout plan is going to get a little bit on the busy side, I suspect. Anyway, let's go back to... No. Push the back button, it goes back to me. Ha ha ha. Very funny. Have a look in the shed this evening. So we've got a few engines we've not seen in there before. The little Hawthorne Leslie's on there, the 2MT's back on there as well. The Pug that's sat by the brake van, that's basically not a runner, actually. That's just one of the Hornby ones that was basically, well, I found it for about £30 basically, so I bought it, and then it didn't have a motor in, but do you know what? It's a nice little model that I can sit somewhere and do something with, and maybe one day I'll get round to putting, tiny little motor maybe in it and try and do something with it, which would be pretty cool, to be honest. What we can do is we can actually fire up the Duchess. And we can back that onto the turntable actually. Hey Wangok, good evening mate, good to see you in there, chat. There, suggestions for the fueling point. I have mine in the middle of 2 tracks, so it's actually 2 road points and that's only 1 fueling point. There we go. That's pretty cool. Well, the 2 road one is Westhill Wagon Works do them, and I've got one of their single road ones and a 2 road one. So yeah, I could basically use the 2 road one, and that basically sits in the middle of the 2 tracks, like you say, Clyde Bridge. I do actually have the Bachmann one as well, but I just thought I wanted something a little bit more extravagant. Is that the word I'm looking for here? Just something a little bit better, basically, than the Bachmann one that everyone on this planet uses. So yeah, there we go. Large engine shed to fit Mark Wilson. Large engine shed to fit the 37s in. Yeah, that's kind of the other plan as well. The fleet is ever expanding, getting larger, and yeah, obviously with the big diesel shed, at least I'll be able to store some of them tucked away quite conveniently, etc. Hot Dog Pilot Andy, good evening. 47555. Trying to think of that one, I don't know it. I feel like I should know it, but I don't. Still moving. Ooh. Ba, ba, ba. So, just while we're on the subject of depots and all this kind of stuff, what has everybody else kind of been doing with their layouts and stuff? So, Mark Wilson, I swear he just takes photographs and shows us all of them. No, I'm joking, Mark. Your modelling skills are just unbelievable, mate. Really would love to see one of your dioramas at some point. They're just mental. It's just like nothing I've ever seen before. Complete, utter, next level stuff. Absolutely brilliant. Just make sure everything's clear. Actually, we need to technically go into that one there. Make a canal scene, John. Well, I technically have the little river scene just under the sort of bridge. Hang on, if I go shed, I might be able to see it. Yeah, so I've got like the little river scene just sort of down here. And of course I've got my under road part. Oh, I haven't set the truck going. I haven't set the lorries. I haven't set the trucks off. Hang on. Let's set the truck off. That looks very cool. We need to go to junction 1. See that all coming over. Need to get some. I need to get some little coach lights in a lot of my stuff. Actually, obviously, where the layout does the night and day stuff now. Obviously, I need to try and like illuminate my coaches, that kind of thing. Do a bit more stuff with it. Let's go back to Flymo's Bridge. See the truck coming up the other side of the bridge. Also getting stuck there. Why has that got stuck there? How weird. feel like I need to slow that truck down a wee bit as well. I need to. This is the other thing. I've got a load of the Gauge Master station lights. So at some point I really need to spend the time and get all those fitted as well. So at least we've got some like platform lights all the way across the top. So that would be really cool to do at some point. It's definitely interesting. Whoa, hey, look at this. Mark Wilson. I took the plunge and spent over £1,000 on TT120 yesterday at Rails. TT Diorama coming soon. That would be wicked to see, because I did for the GBRF weekend as well. I forgot to mention I did this. I bought from Rails again. I bought a TT120 GBRF 08 from them, and it was literally a case of I just got it on the cheap basically from them. They said it was a poor runner, I think was the way they worded it. But once I'd sort of got into it and figured it out, put Stay Alive in it and all that kind of stuff, then it was pretty cool actually. I need to work on the file a little bit, I say that, but yeah, it's all done. And I've actually left it with Hornby Magazine actually to go in their stock box basically, just because I don't have any TT myself. Well, I don't have a small section just on my little workbench thing here, but it's about that long, that kind of thing. So at least it gets on their layout and gets used, that kind of thing. But it was the most reliable loco they had on the layout all weekend. It just didn't stop all weekend. Fantastic little thing actually. Did enjoy doing it, and of course, me being me, I did do some extras. So I've got front and rear lights on it, cab light. So yeah, it works really well. Really happy with that actually. Very cool. What do we want to get out? Trying to think what we can put on the front of this train. Oh, it's stuck. That's pretty cool. It's stuck! No, it's not. It's on the coupler now. So, I would say let's go and have a nose in the shed and see what it's about. Do you know what? The IVET 2's kind of in a good position, so we'll go with that. Let's go with that. Should be able to come back out of there. IVET 2, not been on the layout for a while, so it's not on the roster, or it's not in the recently used roster anyway. Been used for a while. Okay, maybe we don't use that one then. That's weird. Okay, maybe we won't use that one then. Maybe we'll use the Ginty instead then. Fine. Always good fun when something you're trying to use doesn't quite work the way you want it to. No, wrong one. Layouts for you also have a nice range of lights. Okay. Not been doing much on the layout, John. Got a wedding coming up on Wednesday. Very nice, very cool. I like a good wedding. It's actually the 24th of this month actually marks mine and Jenna's 2nd year wedding anniversary. And the honest answer is, I have no idea how the heck that has come around so quickly. It's just mad. It is just crazy. To be honest, I'm really looking forward to it, and it'll be very, very cool. Have you got a sound file for the Class 37s? I have my own. I don't have theirs. I don't have their sound file basically. But I do have my own type of sound file that I use on it. It's got quite a long cold start actually, which is pretty cool. Yeah. I mean, I've never actually tried it, to be honest, because I've always bought my 37s with the sound fitted in them. Have to give it a try at some point, maybe. It looks very surreal when you kind of see the layout and then you see, like, yeah, it's not in a very big room. I think people think it's in a much bigger space than it actually is, but I mean, the cameras do a fantastic job of making it look a much larger layout than it actually is. Now, what the frick has happened there? Looks like I've got a drunken driver in that as well. He seems to be leaning forward. Oh, I've just noticed I don't actually have a... Oh, that's interesting. I've just noticed on this camera I don't actually have a me. I don't actually have a me in this. Hang on. Maybe a bit large, me, but where shall I go? In that bottom corner? That bottom corner's alright. Way, hang on. I'm missing lots of stuff from this. I swear this did something to me the other day, and honestly, ever since then... Honestly, ever since then... We haven't even got the chat. Where's the chat? What's going on? I'll never find the chat now, bear with me. Chat box, there it is. Right, hopefully that's sorted that out. Anyway, we just had our 30th in the summer. Fantastic. 30th wedding anniversary in April. Wow, that's awesome, guys. As long as the car you were going in at your wedding wasn't reversed into a pond, John, my mate Barry. No, that's awful. Time flies. Are you going anywhere nice for your anniversary? Yes, I've booked us a lovely week away, actually. So yeah, and yeah, we're going to enjoy it. Actually, we're going to enjoy it. It's going to be really good. Actually, there goes the truck. Hip. Excellent. Just make sure we're all in the siding before we change some points, which we are. Should be really good actually, so yeah. Stuart Wright, good evening. This has been nice. This is nice. Back listening to webcasts. Ah, thanks, mate. Appreciate that. I don't know if mine are any good, but yeah, I'll take it. So we need to send. Essentially, we need to send the Ginty down run line running. Go back to Flymo's Bridge. There it is. It's quite convenient when you time a loco coming across and the truck comes up into view as well. That's pretty cool. Be a little bit better once they finally get the Beetle out as well, I think. I think that will just be so much nicer. Try and drive it on the camera. No, I'm gonna have to look up. Sorry, guys. Hopefully, I've got it. We'll give it the green light. It's left the coaches behind. Lovely. Why? Oh, couplings. Couplings doing stupid things. Can't win them all. Seems to be getting a bit lighter in here as well. It's pretty cool. So I'm surprised you haven't got one of the new 31s with the auto uncoupling thing from Bachmann yet. Not yet. Not yet anyway. Maybe at some point. I'm in no rush at the moment basically. I've got so much on. Yeah, it's no rush to me at the moment, but yeah, I might get it eventually. So I actually used the Ginty for quite some time now, so it's quite nice to have it back out actually. Of course, it'd be better once I get on with this other end as well, because at least I'll be able to then use the cameras a bit more effectively and use a few more cameras, because at the moment I've only literally got one camera down that opposite end, but the plan will be to have multiple down there. So S160 is a must-have. I don't know about a must-have, but each to their own. I definitely won't be getting one. Definitely not a loco to suit my kind of thing. I'd kind of like the Licky Banker. That would be quite a cool one, but I don't know. I'm just going to wait for them to come out at the moment, because so far I've not been overly impressed with what I've seen so far. So yeah, I'll just wait for them to come out and see what the reviews are like. Whoa! Jinty's too far. Hang on, I need to back the Jinty up. But on the interesting side of things as well, where the Jinty is at the moment, that is actually now going to drop down. Now, people that can see the baseboard slats, you will see that there's some quite large ones there. So this is going to be it's going to be a very hard job to do, basically. But the intention is to get that track to drop down underneath, basically. At some point, I've kind of got this idea that I'm going to build the boards underneath the layout to start with, and then it will just kind of give me a rise up. But yeah, basically my little multi-tool saw is the little reciprocating oscillating, whatever you want to call it, saw. That's going to get used to death to modify that loop to basically get it working for the yeah, to get it working with the loop, the drop down, basically. Let's come back to the station. Uncoupling rope's not happy. Probably because it never gets used, but anyway. Oh, I've just remembered I've got my wife's cake here. Let's eat the cake. My wife's been baking. Nice. It's alright, actually. Whoops. Crumbs all over the iPad. Oh. I wonder what I'd done there, and I'd accidentally knocked where I wiped down the iPad. I've done it. No, just a nice chocolate cake, actually. A really nice chocolate cake, actually. I would slaughter a few more of them, actually, to be fair. But then, I pretty much don't really... Yeah. Need a drink, though. Not bad, actually. Actually, what am I saying? They're my wife's. They're lovely. They're amazing. They're wonderful. They're the best chocolate cake I've ever had. Oh, that's not supposed to happen. Okay. Well, first things first, I need to get this one out the way first. Put that down. Yeah, at some point I will change the sound file on that 94. I've never been overly happy with that 94 XX sound, so I will change that at some point. All the cameras now adjusting, all that sort of stuff. So 3-cylinder compound, I've got a few of them already. Actually, I've got compound 1000, and then I've got a BR liveried one as well. Actually, so I do actually have 3-cylinder compounds. So yeah, that'll be a cool one to get out. Maybe I should just go and get that out of the box now. Actually. People keep sending me messages. Why do they keep sending me a message? Well, yes, I suppose that is one, actually, that's been very kindly pointed out to me by somebody watching the stream. So, yeah, I have forgot that we are producing our own 210.0, so that would be a cool engine to have. So the Dub D 210.0. Surprisingly, I don't have a 280 or a 210 on this layout just yet, to be honest. But yeah, so that will definitely be one that I end up going for in a minute. Are you setting up borrowing rights for John's 37s? Who? What? Clydebridge, what are you saying? Oh. John nearly fell off his chair when I told him I had a 37. It was a little bit of a shock, I'm not going to lie. Nicky W, Batman 280 is excellent. Well, I don't have one yet. I'll have to change that. Maybe I'll have to go pilgrimaging through Clark Railworks and have a look and see what ones they've got available. I'm sure they'll have loads of 280s on there, actually, to be fair. So, thanks, Andy. Still only half of who are in the chat. What? Hang on. Who says what? What? Is it a hit the like? Is it a hit a like button thing? It will show you the true value. I don't know. What is the true value? Let's have a look. 29 people watching at the moment. It is John. Do you have one then? 437s is enough. Next year, 08 and a 60 are en route. And someday I'll have 31 155 and 31 159. Very cool. Now the question is, do I send it to the shed or do I send it to the turntable? Oh, to be fair, thinking about it... hang on. Yes, I can't send it to the turntable because there's a loco in the way. So I'll have to send it there. Yes, Havabaki 280. Yeah, I need to probably get one. Obviously the tender on them so large that you could fit a very nice big speaker inside them, actually. Maybe I should do that. Yeah, I should do that. I like big speakers and tenders. Case in point, my Black 5's got one. My Duchess has got one. Sorry? I don't have an answer for that. Who are you trying to kid? Oh no! That's gone horribly wrong. What's happened there? Oh, I haven't said it. I haven't set the route. What? Darn it. I'm only human. Haunted Railways, Jake. We make mistakes. At least it's live. At least it's live. It's not like I'm trying to ad hoc anything or like do anyone out of like the fun of telling me off that I've done something wrong. Hey, let's try that. Depends on the chip. So drop me an email, jgmrtrc@gmail.com. Drop me an email, let me know what you're after in there, and I'll come back to you and let you know. I've got a few in here to do at the moment. I've got an annoying 08, a really annoying 08, I'm doing for a friend. He wants all lights and all that sort of stuff fitted in it, so that's what I've been doing. But every time I sort of get to the point where I'm kind of like, ooh, this is all back together and working and all this sort of stuff, one of the lights decides to misbehave. So I'm getting very annoyed with it, is probably the word I'd have to use, because it's got to the point now where I've had to literally just put it to one side for a while, just while I try and calm down with the stupid thing, because it is aggravating the crud out of me. It really is just, I'm never doing it again. Never doing it again. Mind you, saying that, I don't think he'll send it to me again, actually, because I have been an awful long time sorting it out for him, if I'm honest. I just noticed the circuit die ever so slightly there, while the auto reverse changes over. Quite funny. You spin me right round, baby, right round. I don't know why I do that every time I put something on the turntable. It's kind of sad, but no problem with the voltage supply. It's basically the booster and the trying to think of the word now. The booster and the auto reverse unit I use are the DigiKeys one, and that looks after the shed area. Now sometimes, I don't know why, but the DigiKeys auto reverse doesn't quite respond quick enough, and the shed lights are basically all on DCC. So I can send a DCC command to basically say turn the lights off. However, as I kind of progress through the layout as such, all the lighting that's in that shed area will be controlled by the master system that's in the master system. That was a cool Sega system. The master lighting system basically that's fitted away, that will basically eventually control all the lights, but at the moment it's on DCC power, so that's why we noticed a little dim in the lights as it changed over. Basically, not a problem, it works fine. It's just the fact that it just changes over with the DCC basically, so yeah, that's cool. Nikki, we need to get you a theme tune next. What? Nobody wants a theme tune for me. If anything, it'd probably be something along the lines of Benny Hill or something like that. So yeah, as the I've got the Benny theme. I've now got the Benny Hill theme tune in my head. Never actually noticed how close that front step is when I do that. That's quite funny. Oh, I'll tell you what I did do on Friday. Actually, I took a trip to the NRM actually for a little bit of a day out. Actually, it was really cool to see the coronation, or Duchess of Hamilton, should I say, in two halves. So one half is now over that little inspection pit kind of thing that you used to be able to walk over. Is it Star Lobe or something like that? You used to walk underneath it, but now you've basically got like the tender and the locomotive in two separate halves now. So you can actually see all inside the tender, and you can actually see all like the coal pusher and all that sort of stuff. It was only because I saw the coal pusher on the back of my Duchess of Athol that I remembered that. Actually, that's pretty cool. So yeah, nice little day out. Basically, I enjoyed myself. Lots of things to see, lots of things to do. I always get annoyed with that little archivey bit where you got like shelves all stacked up on top of each other, because I never feel like I get to see it all. Every time I go, I never feel like I get a chance to look round it all and see it all and all this sort of stuff. So one day I'm just going to have to go there and just blitz that particular room or hall. I don't know what you'd call it, basically. Hall, shed, bit, that kind of thing. Quite a different angle, John. Which angle? What angle? What have I done? My theme tune currently is 1997 Northwest Tonight theme tune. Oh dear. All the talk of 37's a tractor song. What, I'm Luke, I'm 5 and my dad's Bruce Lee, drives me around in his JCB, that one maybe. Princess over the inspection pit, John. It's only the locomotive, yeah, but they've got it all barried off at the moment because they seem to be doing something in there, which is a little bit disappointing because you don't get a chance to see it all, sadly. Maybe I should do the. What was that? What was that program called? What was that program called? Was it Rail Watch or something like that? That was like the 1980s or something like that kind of thing. I was born in the 80s, so yeah. Maybe I should get something like an 80s theme tune for Rail Watch or Rail something or something like that. They had like. I think it was a program called Locomotion as well. I remember that. It was like one of the earliest programs my granddad used to record for me on VHS. For those of you who remember that you used to have tapes that you used to put in VCRs, and the great fun of having to pick out that little annoying piece of plastic so no one else could record over it, but then you could just basically get a piece of tape and just stick over the front of it or something like this. They used to do those weird little plastic pop-in, like rubber kind of pop-in sort of things. For the tapes as well, or that sort of thing. I always remember those little tab things that you used to pull to get them out. They used to break off forever and a day. I'm showing my age here, aren't I? Flipping heck. We were holding up the bypass. Me and my dad having a top laugh. Whoa. Excellent, love it. I don't know which way around the Ginty's facing, if I'm honest. I can't remember. Which way round's the Ginty facing? That way. Send him away. Nah, perfectly timed. There we go. That never happens. Oh, well that's not stopping. Okay. Spad! It should have stopped. I don't know why it didn't stop, actually. That's a bit annoying. And it's also run into the wrong platform now as well, so... The horror. Not cool. Why is everything getting stuck on the... Oh. What? Why is everything getting stuck? What's this? We Were VHS. Mind blown cheap. JVC tapes from Woolworths. Yeah, I remember Woolworths too. Pick-a-mix. That was always pretty cool, actually. Brian taped over the pit roll. Just think because Steam would have jacked off a nightmare before Christmas and JB. Beetlejuice? Beetlejuice, you mean? Has anybody actually seen the new Beetlejuice yet? Is it any good? What on earth is going on? Why are you not driving over that? What on earth is going on with that? I think there's something stuck underneath it. Also had a perfect freeze frame. No, you can never pause. Whenever you paused it, you ended up with like a strippy kind of like line, didn't you? That basically just kind of ruined the actual freeze frame moment, didn't it? I swear I saw someone say something about Betamax somewhere as well. Yeah, Flymo, Betamax. Bit of sellotape used to fix over the cassette and you can record again. Yeah, that's it. You got it. Always get a spare with my power cab for some reason. If a train has running at full speed. Oh, that's strange. Usually that's because if you basically can't stop a locomotive and it's going at full speed, it's because the locomotive's not received the stop command. Basically, so that's generally something like dirty wheels, pickups, or lack of actual DCC communication. So if you've only got one track feed, maybe look at putting multiple track feeds around the layout. Basically, that will basically sort that. That should sort that problem out. Basically. Not yet, John, but feel like I want to. Yeah. I keep feeling like I want to actually, but my wife's not actually seen the original Beetlejuice yet either, so it's no good taking her to see the second one. But yeah, interesting, John. Thanks for that tip. No worries. It's literally a case of this layout, for instance. This has a solid DCC wire that goes all the way around the entire layout, basically, and every single piece of track. So whether it be that bit there, that bit there, that bit there, that bit there, that one there, that one there, etc., you've got DCC droppers going to each one of those individual pieces of track, and that basically gives a very strong DCC feed to the locomotives, so you don't get any problems with sort of the lack of pickup. As I say, generally what tends to happen is you'll find that the locomotive won't have a strong enough DCC signal, and especially when it's going at high speeds, it's not got very long to try and capture that signal. So basically it'll be down to dirty wheels, dirty pickups, or lack of DCC feeds on your layout, basically. So they will be the three things to investigate. Obviously the easier ones to start with are things like your dirty wheels and your wheel pickups on the actual locomotives itself. So check those. start with. If they are all okay and everything's fine on that, then you need to basically look at doing an extra feed or two to each one of your tracks. It's literally a case of this layout here has so many feeds all the way around to ensure every single piece of track, even if it's just one piece of straight track, for instance this bit across the shed here. So basically from this point here, hang on, if I go there as an example, let me just stop that when it's running the actual. You can see on here when it's in the section because it lights up on the lock detection as well. But basically, like this, from there, from that point there, all the way around to over here, right? That is effectively, hang on, one. So it's basically 1, 2, 3. It's basically 3 bits of track, and each one of those bits of track, even though they're joined together, each one of those bits of track has its own individual track feed. So I'm not relying on the droppers to do just I'm not relying on the rail joiners to basically cower the power in the DCC. They've got direct feeds, and it's even down to the point where even if you've got a short bit of track like that, I still put the DCC dropper on it. Basically, DCC will never. I'm going to say a word that I probably shouldn't say on blooming YouTube. DCC will never penalise you for having too many DCC droppers, but it will if you don't have enough, if that makes sense. So yeah, basically do check that. Basically, as I said, I don't know, I can't really show you the underside of this layout, but it's just a hive of wires. Actually, do you know what I could do? Actually, because I know it's the only camera I could move. If I get this, the wire's a bit tight, but yeah, basically you can see underneath there. So this is basically my DCC bus through for the layout. So I have the main track bus there, and then I have the accessory bus there as well. So I have a separate accessory bus for controlling all the points. And basically you can see there, every single one of these wires here, they're all droppers. They're all feed droppers. And then along the back there, for instance, you'll see some white wires there as well. They're basically then going back to the block detection, which is then hidden in that corner up the top there. Now I've only got 2 feeds actually wired in on that block detection up there, sorry. That's then your point control, that one there, which is the DR4018. And then I've basically got the hex frog juicer that basically goes off to multiple points. And that little board there is basically for lighting on the station platform, etc. But yeah, basically just do multiple feeds, as many feeds as you physically can, to your track and everything like that. And that basically gets it. Thanks. That's not much of a rat's nest, John. It could be a lot worse, trust me. Could show you this bit just directly up here. That's pretty nasty. But then I've also got like loads of USB ports going around the layout as well. So yeah, amazing. Appreciate the advice. No, not a problem. Happy to give the advice. That's what the whole point of the channel's about. At the end of the day, it's more a bit of a blog to myself, to show me progress on my layout, what I'm doing, and at the same token give people advice, just to make people aware that it's not a dark art. It's nothing to be scared of. It's nothing tricky or anything like that. DCC is just basic stuff. It's basic electronics at the end of the day. It's very easy to use. It's very easy to get on with, and you can basically do a lot with it. So yeah. I say the whole layout here is actually computer controlled. So if I put it to the screen there, for instance, so my whole layout is basically just done off that computer screen there. So the whole thing there. This area over here is a bit unknown at the moment because it's going to be the new diesel depot. It's basically getting through, but yeah, all the points here, if I click that, that will basically change, and that changes the point in the yard for me. For instance, we want to run the Ginty through here, so I hit that point there, you'll see those two change. That basically means that the block detection there where the Jinty is, that can then basically come out of there. Then we can run it all the way down to the turntable if the turntable is clear, which I don't believe it is. So let me just do that quickly. And again, if I cut back to the screen, you'll notice when the Jinty gets on the turntable will light up red. Or the track, sorry, on the turntable will light up red, excuse me. So just watch it carefully. Now, obviously, it's not going to be precise, it's not going to probably be in the right place, but if I now go and look at the turntable, that's the tunnel, sorry. If we go and look at the turntable, I've probably clicked that a bit too quick, bear with me. Yeah, so there you go, there's the Jinty on the turntable ready to be turned round, basically. SHGP Media, evening. Evening all, he says. I think I need more Jintys, Paul. I see that you've mentioned you have the Jinty as well, 47279. That's 472 off the top of my head. 47472. I think that one is off the top of my head. Off the top of my head, it's on the blooming screen there. Oh no, I can't read it. Oh, my phone's going off like an absolute lunatic. Oh wow, Keith, just seen your shed. That looks really cool, mate. Dun, 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 dun. Hang on a minute, Dave, have you changed your name or something? Quite interesting. This is a Bedford loco. Ah, okay. I have a Jinty from Oxford Rail. I don't think they did a Jinty Oxford Rail. Dapple did the O gauge one. Bachmann do the 001. Graham Farish do the N scale one. Didn't know. I don't think it's a Jinty then. If it's from Oxford Rail, that's a Jinty coming across your screen right now. To be honest. Evening all, and good evening, John. How do, mate? I've been talking about you this evening, Mr. Iron Horse, actually. Saying that you're also available as a figure you can buy from Model U as well as myself. So, yeah. Need to order one of Mr. Iron Horse and get him on the layout. Adams Radial, maybe. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Oxford Rail did do an Adams Radial, so that could be the one, to be honest. What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? What do I want? No pun intended. Ha ha ha. Every pun's intended, that's why it's done. What's in the shed? Hang on. We need to work out what's in the shed. What can I use? Oh, do you know what? Let's have the little Hawthorne Leslie out, seen as Mr. Iron Horse is in the chat. Might have to get rid of a loco or two first, so let's put the Ginty back on the turntable. Oh, sugar, stop moving. God. I didn't realise that was in... I thought it was stopped. Oh, that was lucky. Woo! That was very close to coming off the end of the turntable, wasn't it? Fantastic. I don't run stuff down here. I used to call this siding... I used to have a name for this siding, but I don't anymore. Generally what happens when people annoy me... Go away, fly. Let's have the little Hawthorne Leslie out. I don't actually use... I cannot honestly remember the last time I changed the point for this siding, so... If it still works. Ooh, it does. How nice. I don't have an uncoupling ramp in that little area there, so that's what the little stick is. Not on the roster. So this one's Spider, out of the little Hawthorne Leslies. I would like to get, I think it's Henry. I think Henry's the other one. I really quite like that. I need to change, need to update this one with the updated file as well. I wouldn't say that. No, my luck, it'll probably start failing on all the points and everything like that. I jinxed that, didn't I? Oh, that's funny as. Not actually convinced the Stay Alive's working that well in mine, if I'm honest. Problem is there's so little room in them as well. You do struggle to get anything in them. Hardly, so... Very short 2 second Stay Alive at best. It needs a bigger one, if I'm honest. So I need to have a look and see what I can do. N7 J27, that was one that Oxford Rail did. That's quite a nice little engine actually, to be fair. So to be fair, mate, the wheels get dirty very quickly. Yeah, they do, to be fair. So I probably do need to clean the wheels on this one, because I don't think I have cleaned them actually. You say that though, when it gets running it does perform quite well actually. Maybe I need a weathering job on mine as well. Mine looks very pristine at the moment. I think you'll agree. These are lovely little locos, though, to be fair. I've got to say, Dapple have done a really nice job. Really, really nice job on it. So it's definitely J27 is definitely not a Ginty. Oh, for no one will notice, I promise. Oh, it looks so small. Everything else is so big in that platform. Let's go. Come on, little Hawthorne Leslie. Oh, no, it has got the point. It looked like it left the coaches behind then. Such a cute little loco. That looks weird. La, 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 la. Your blind kind of looks like a block of flats. Really? Okay. Quite strange. It would be nice if I could get a roller blind with like a scene painted on the, like printed on the back of it. That'd be kind of cool, actually. Send it my way, I'll weather it for you. I gotta learn myself at the end of the day. John won't let me weather his Hawthorne Leslie. He thinks I'll make it too rusty. Wangot, get Ron North to paint you one. Yeah, I need to give him a call actually. I've not seen Ron in quite some time now actually. Yeah. Sad really when you just lose touch of people with people. It's yeah. The beast. Oh dear. What? Okay. Excuse me. I'd actually forgot about the Dapple Hawthorne Leslie, and it's managed to go around the entire layout and make its way back to us. Should come to a nice stop by the signal. That should. It sounds like it's going to, which is always a good start. Oh, poor little Hawthorne Leslie's going to be sat there for a while. Yeah, I could get the O3 out and shut the coaches about, I suppose. That would be a bad shout. Oh, thank you. Good shout, actually. Let's go with that. Which one do you want me to run, though? That's the question. I'll get this quickly in the junction, and then I'll quickly park it up. Yeah. Victorious, yeah. I'll run Victorious. No worries. Give me a second. Let me get rid of... That could be a good shout, actually, because I'm kind of running out of time. Let's get the Duchess in the shed. Just like that. One Duchess in the shed. Right, Victorious you want. So many Class 37s. Ah, the horror. Right, Victorious. Very nice. This one. Right. Yep, generally where I stand when I see a 37, standing and admiring it. Jake, how many 37s have you got? How many 37s have I got? Well, technically I have 14 of the Acura Scales ones, but I do actually have one of the Bachmann all green ones actually, which I'm in two minds whether or not to sell or not actually. So yeah, basically I have 15 Class 37s in total. Am I looking to have some more? Yeah, probably. Oh dear. 37s and me are terrible. I do really like my 37s though, that's the thing. So yeah, it's quite an impressive selection. Give me a moment. Give me a moment, I'll see if I can find a picture. Sorry, bear with me a sec guys, I'm just trying to see. Yeah, hang on. Right. Excuse the little John 08 sat at the front of them, but yeah, basically that is my collection of 37s. Yeah, just a few. So the one that started it all for me was Lochiel. When I got Lochiel, I then consequently got Concrete Bob and Spirit of the Lakes. They were the ones I first got to start with. Then I decided I wanted Loch Lomond, so Loch Lomond came. Just trying to think of the order I did it in now. Then I got the green with a yellow panel. Then I got the all green Locomotion D67000. Then I believe I got Andromeda. No, I got Andromeda before the green one, excuse me, which is the Phoenix, the Euro Phoenix one at the top. Then I got the Rails exclusive one, 37610, which is up there. Then I got the 37001 blue with yellow ends. Got that one. Then I got the Harry Needle one, the orange one in the top corner there. And then the middle shelf, middle to the left. So the Dutch, the Colas Rail Freight, and then Victorious. I got all of them fairly recently. So yeah. Yeah, there's quite a lot of locos there. Yeah, would I add some more? Yes, I would. At some point, I will have to add some more, and I will have to paint the 37 power unit that was that I got off West Hill Wagon Works as well. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Anyway, I'll quickly run this train out. That's the wrong one. Wangok, I have a problem with A4s. I know a few people that got problems with A4s, but there we go. Let me just park this up. I did see Little Britain appeared in the chat. Yeah, good evening. Nice to see you in here. Sheared bolt, no exact replacement. I have been dodging something. Split glass and pipes. Ooh, okay. I missed people today. Where does that livery run in real life? I don't know is the honest answer. I just liked it. I know this sounds really bad, but oh dear, oh dear. We'll do a quick running change. Right, so we'll get Dutch to come in. We'll get the Dutch to come in and pick up the. Oh dear. Is that it? Ooh, looks like we're going to evening. Twice in one night. Sugar. Ugh. So this is Dutch. We'll get that one to run out. Oh no! Trying to rush now. I'm trying to rush now, sorry guys. Right. And then Small Rails, good evening. Sorry you joined us quite late. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Ignore me. What? We're having fun. Keep reminding myself that. Anyway, this will pretty much bring us to a close on the stream tonight, guys, but thank you very much for joining me yet again. Thank you very much for watching, really do appreciate it. Sorry for all the people that have literally just dropped in by the looks of it. So Small Rails, 156 Andrew, Shortbread Express, nice. Yeah, but yeah, we do basically, I do cut it off at about 9 o'clock, so yeah, basically that is the end of the stream. I'll pull this one into the station. Very cool Colas Rail liveried one. Wasn't on my kind of hit list, but it's one of those liveries that it's actually like, well, it's too cool not to sort of say, yeah, I'll have it. Thank you very much. So yeah, that's pretty much what I did. But yeah, massive appreciation to you all. Massive thanks to everyone. It just, it blows my mind that people actually want to sit there and watch me, of all people. But I appreciate it. If you guys got any questions or anything like that, drop them in the chat. By all means, you're more than welcome to ask me any questions on email as well. So my email is jgmrtrc@gmail.com. So if you fancy dropping me an email and just asking a question of me, or you see something in the stream that you think might be cool to know where that's from or anything like that, by all means do drop it in the chat. So yeah, I will basically pull this one into the platform just so we can get a nice look at the Colas rail livery on the side of it. Very, very cool. There we are then. Oh, right, well that wraps it up for the evening, guys. Obviously the next one, I probably will have to skip the 29th because I know I'll be away. Thank you, Flymo, thanks for putting that in the chat. And yeah, basically, so the next one I suspect will probably be on the 6th, if I'm honest. And then it's like the countdown to basically Getz. I did see a comment earlier, actually, someone saying, was I going to Getz? Yes, I will be at Getz. I'm not going to be with work, though. Basically, it's not my rotated exhibition with work. But I will be there with Hornby Magazine, again, basically running some layouts for them for the weekend. So that'll be really cool. So yeah, do pop along to the Hornby Magazine stand. I'll no doubt have my little badge on the front that says John JMC on it. So by all means, come say hello if you're at Getz. By all means, it'd be great to put some names to faces, etc. And yeah, I'll be at Getz both days. I will come and say hi to SHGP Media. Yep, cool, excellent. I'll see you there. And again, thanks everyone in the chat, in the stream. All pretty good. Are you going to the NEC? I'm going to the NEC show later in the year. Yes, I will be. I will be at the Warner Worley, I'm going to call it. I will be at that exhibition. I'll be there with work, basically. So yeah, I'll see you all there as well. Anyway, guys, enough rambling for me. I've gone over my time. It's now buzzing at me to basically say I've gone over. So yeah, take care, everyone.